Anytime where you have an institution that has been here for several years, several decades, space is always at a premium. And a lot of times there's not so much that you can build out or up on, but you can build in compacting shelving that will give you more storage space for the same actual amount of space that you have. We are celebrating our 100th anniversary this year, and as part of that we were working on looking at the exhibits that we needed to refresh and change over. And one of those was our Civil War collection that is on exhibit typically in our DuBose gallery. That exhibit had been up for several decades, and it had several hundred things in it. We thought that it was about 1,000. It turned out to be over 2,000. But in preparation for the deinstall of that, we found that we needed to have additional space. So we identified a storage area that we could change over from static shelving into compacting shelving, and then have the space that we needed for the items that were coming down off of the exhibit. So as a history museum, we collect a lot of different types of materials. It could be anything from a button, a badge, a shoe buckle, all the way up to something large like a locker or a drum or weapons, things of that nature. So we yes, wanted to have more space for the materials that were coming down off of the exhibit, but we also wanted to have room for growth over time. One of those things that we did was contact Gene over at Patterson Pope and say, what do you think about, is this possible, is it not possible? And he gave us a variety of options, and we came up with a mixed-use space. So it is office space for our processing registrars, as well as storage space for the items that have come down off of the exhibit and items that are being prepared to go up onto exhibit. Before we changed the space, it had some static shelving and a lot of table space that usually meant that people would put new items on those tables and they may not move for a very long time. That became a problem because we didn't really have a good location system for things that were on a table. It could be anywhere on the table. And so we were able to change that out and have those now be actual shelving spaces that are identified, are trackable. It makes things a lot easier to find, and then it also still gives us space to process materials in that same area. So as part of that, we need our shelving to be really flexible because we have such a wide variety of materials. So for this project specifically, we were able to get in shelving that was adjustable. So the adjustable shelving allows for us to have that flexibility. So if it's a drum, we can move the shelves up or down. If it's a weapon, we can make sure that it has enough space to actually sit there comfortably. If it's something small, we can make sure that it's in a box or in an enclosure of some sort that actually fits it and fits the shelf. What you can do is use the space more efficiently, and by putting in compacting shelving, that's something that made the space more efficient. It made it able to store more items in the same floor print, which has added, hopefully, growth for us for several decades. It also gave us space for the staff members to actually work in that space, which makes it a lot easier for them to do their work. I think that the good thing about working with Patterson Pope is that they make it really easy throughout the process. You have one point of contact that is going to walk you through options, show you actually schematics about how those are going to be placed and how those shelves can be rearranged, show you products that you didn't even know existed or you might not know that are options. And then once you've actually committed to what you want to have installed, the team that comes out is very professional and works they have a schedule and they stick to it, which is really great. So we had a crew come in and over the course of, I think it was 2 weeks, removed all of the existing material, built up the subdeck, and then started putting in the shelving. And once the shelves started going up, it went real fast, which was very gratifying to see and very encouraging to make sure that they were on that schedule that they said that they were going to be on, which was a big deal for us since we had an overall exhibit schedule that we were working with too. So my advice is to know what your collection is first. Know what your goal is with the project. If there's any sort of major materials that you're looking to store in this area, like know that going into those conversations with your rep, and know what you want to be in that space. But also be open to other options that they might have that you might not have thought of. There's a variety of ways that things can be stored safely, and it's one of those things. Working with Gene was great because he was aware of all of those different material needs. The challenge here was not only to have the space made available for storage for items that are coming off of exhibit, but also to have room for growth for the next several decades, hopefully, and having someone to help guide that process and give options and offer solutions to the problems that we're seeing, and that is knowledgeable about the materials themselves and how they might be able to be stored, was very helpful for the process. That we stayed on time, on budget was also a huge part of this. Anytime that you're working with a nonprofit, that's a big deal. I think that was a great success for us overall, so we're very pleased with it.